Rexy and Dippily adventure to the end of the earth. We publish a new bedtime read-along story every night, so make sure to tap the subscribe button so you never miss any. Part 1, Rexy's Quest. Rexy, the mighty T-Rex, was restless. He had spent his whole life in the same forest, hunting the same prey, and he felt as if he was stuck in a rut. One day, he decided to embark on a journey to find the end of the earth, a place where he had heard he could find true happiness. With a mighty roar, Rexy set off into the unknown, leaving his forest behind. He had no idea what dangers lay ahead of him, but he was determined to reach his destination. He traveled for days, eating whatever he could find along the way, and sleeping under the stars. As he journeyed further, the terrain became more treacherous, and the creatures he encountered became more dangerous. He had to cross raging rivers, climb steep mountains, and battle fierce predators. Rexy was not one to back down from a fight. He roared ferociously and scared away any creature that tried to attack him. Despite the many obstacles he faced, Rexy never gave up. He had a single-minded determination to reach the end of the earth and find true happiness. He traveled through rain and snow, day and night, never stopping for rest or sleep. Part 2, Facing the Dangers. As Rexy journeyed further towards the end of the earth, the terrain became more treacherous, and the creatures he encountered became more dangerous. He had to cross raging rivers, climb steep mountains, and battle fierce predators. One day, as he was crossing a narrow bridge over a deep gorge, he encountered a pack of velociraptors. They were known to be the deadliest predators in the area and had never been defeated by any creature, let alone a T-Rex. Rexy roared a challenge, but the velociraptors were undeterred. They attacked him with ferocity, darting in and out with lightning speed. Rexy fought back with all his might, his powerful jaws snapping shut on any raptor that came within range. The battle raged on for hours, with neither side gaining the upper hand. Rexy was starting to tire, and the velociraptors were closing in for the kill. Just when all seemed lost, Rexy let out a deafening roar that shook the ground beneath their feet. The velociraptors hesitated for a moment, giving Rexy the opening he needed. With a mighty leap, he pounced on the leader of the pack, crushing its skull with his powerful jaws. The rest of the velociraptors scattered in fear, leaving Rexy victorious. Exhausted and injured, Rexy realized that he needed to be more cautious in his journey. He couldn't afford to take any more unnecessary risks. He had to be on his guard at all times and stay alert to any danger that might come his way. With renewed determination, Rexy continued on his journey, facing more dangers and overcoming more obstacles. He learned to be more patient, more strategic, and more resilient in the face of adversity. Through it all, Rexy never lost sight of his goal. He knew that the end of the earth was still out there, waiting for him. And he was determined to reach it, no matter what it took. Part 3, The Meeting with Dippily. As Rexy continued on his journey towards the end of the earth, he stumbled upon a diplodocus who had gotten himself stuck in a deep, muddy swamp. The diplodocus was struggling to get free, and Rexy could see the fear in his eyes. Despite the fact that a diplodocus was one of Rexy's favorite prey, he couldn't bring himself to attack. Instead, Rexy approached him cautiously and asked if he needed any help. Dippily, for that was the diplodocus's name, was surprised by Rexy's offer of assistance, but he was grateful for the help. Rexy used his powerful jaws to pull Dippily free from the mud, and the two creatures struck up a conversation. As they talked, Rexy learned that Dippily was on his own journey. He had been searching for a new home where he could live in peace, away from the constant threat of predators. But he had been unsuccessful in his search, and had become lost in his travels. Rexy realized that he and Dippily shared a common goal, the pursuit of happiness. He knew that Dippily could help him find the end of the earth, and he could help Dippily find a new home. Together, Rexy and Dippily set off on a new adventure, each bringing their own unique strengths to the journey. Rexy's strength and speed helped them navigate treacherous terrain, while Dippily's long neck and keen eyesight allowed him to spot potential dangers from a distance. As they traveled, Rexy and Dippily developed a deep friendship, forged through their shared experiences and challenges. They learned to rely on each other and trust each other's instincts. Finally, after many weeks of traveling together, Rexy and Dippily reached their destination, the end of the earth. As they looked out over the vast expanse of land and sea, Rexy felt a sense of contentment and happiness that he had never experienced before. Part 4, The End of the Earth. Rexy and Dippily stood at the edge of the end of the earth, gazing out at the vast expanse of land and sea that stretched out before them. It was a breathtaking sight, one that filled them both with wonder and awe. As they looked out, Rexy felt a sense of peace wash over him. He had finally reached his destination, and he felt a sense of accomplishment that he had never felt before. But at the same time, he also felt a sense of sadness. The journey was over, and he wasn't sure what he was going to do next. Dippily could sense Rexy's emotions, and he offered his support. "Don't worry, my friend," he said. "There are always new adventures to be had. We can explore this new land together, and who knows what we might discover." Rexy was heartened by Dippily's words, and he felt a sense of hope begin to stir within him. He realized that the journey wasn't truly over, it was simply taking a new form. Together, Rexy and Dippily explored the end of the earth, discovering new lands and creatures that they had never seen before. They encountered friendly herbivores and fierce predators, but they faced each challenge together, relying on their friendship and their own unique strengths to overcome any obstacle. As they traveled, Rexy began to see the world in a new way. He realized that there was always something new to discover, always something to learn, always a new adventure waiting just around the corner. And so, Rexy and Dippily continued on their journey, exploring the endless expanse of the end of the earth and facing whatever challenges came their way. They were true adventurers, always seeking out new experiences and new opportunities for growth and discovery. As they walked side by side, Rexy felt a sense of gratitude for his friendship with Dippily. He knew that he could rely on Dippily to always be there for him, and he was grateful for the companionship and support that he had found on their journey together. And so, Rexy and Dippily walked into the horizon, ready for whatever adventures lay ahead, and excited for the endless possibilities that the end of the earth had to offer. The end. Do you want to hear more stories? Then hit the subscribe button to follow our channel, so you never miss another daily story. And keep listening now, as more stories will play shortly.